Hey guys, Brock coming to you with a long overdue review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Batman Arkham City DC Direct Series 3 Batman figure. Let me apologize for not posting in a very long time. I've just been lazy. I'm going to be brutally honest with all of you guys. I've just been lazy. I haven't really had the time besides that to put up any reviews. I just didn't really feel like it. I got some new things, so I will, take a look at those for you. But I was at a New York Comic Con. It was awesome. That's where I picked this guy up and a couple others. But I've just been, kind of fed up with comics as of late for many reasons. But it's really whatever at this point, because comics, no matter what way you look at it, are always going to change. But yeah. Anyway, here we have Batman. Not going over any packaging this time because you guys have seen it before in my earlier reviews. But this is the Series 3 Batman. It's essentially the infected Batman with a cowled head. Now this figure is very similar in many ways to the Arkham Asylum Batman figure, but I do actually like this one a bit more. I do like the darker coloring he has. I like the gray and the black scheme a lot better than the bluish scheme that he had in Arkham Asylum. Now this is a very dark blue. You can't tell on a camera with light, but a very dark the black. So, but I always like that scheme better than the blue. The 90s look that he had. His gauntlets also changed too. He's got some good detail there. Nice sculpt, very very nice. Do it like that. And the gloves, you can see the padding in the gloves as well, and the individual knuckles. Very cool. They did that with the previous Batman as well, but that's one thing with DC Direct. They never fail you with detail. I'll get the other Batman in just a second to compare it to this one. But this guy has a little less detail in the chest area than the previous Batman, and the reason I said it is the previous Batman had these little metal bolts. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll get them out now. Here's the previous Batman, who has a very weird paint job on the face. As you can see, his eyes are very, very awkward. But you can see in this Batman, it's got shading in the chest, and you can see the individual little metal bolts that he has. This guy doesn't have that, unfortunately. But I do like the paint job on this one better. And you can see his eyes aren't cockeyed. You can see the detail carries over in his legs as well. Nice muscle detail. His boots have a very nice sculpt. Another thing that's different about this Batman compared to the other one is the way the cape drapes. Cape's got more of a bend on the new Batman. As you can see here, it's just kind of flat, sits on his back there for the Arkham Asylum Batman. But for this guy, as you can see, there's a bend in the cape here, nice little fold, which I like. Something they didn't really need to do, but they did it anyway. Very, very cool figure. Now, another thing that I've noticed is when it comes to his accessories, he's got the exploding gel, but it doesn't seem to fit in his hand. His hand's got an awkward sculpt. Also, his finger's bent weird. We could see here. So, yeah, I had a hard time with that. But here it is, an explosive gel. Nice detail. Very nice paint job on it. Since I can't get into his hand, I usually just take the Arkham Asylum Batman's Batarang and just put it in his hand. Like so. So you still have Batman with an accessory. Pretty cool. Now in articulation, his head's on a ball joint, so you get a full range of movement, left and right, side to side. Very nice. Arms can fully rotate, but they can at the same time because the cape hinders that kind of movement. You can see here, he does have that kind of articulation. Nothing in the bicep. He's got a bend in the elbow, a rotation at the wrist. Very nice. Nothing in the waist. Legs go forward and back. They can bend at the knee. And then he's got rotation in the ankle. So it's pretty much the same exact articulation with the Arkham Asylum Batman. But like I said, I do approve of this paint job a bit more than the previous Batman. But there he is there. Series 3 Batman, I guess I can give him a 4. 4? Yeah, I give him a 4 out of 5. If only this fit in his hand, and only if they actually put a little more detail and put what they did into this Batman in terms of, you know, the overall details you could see. Not the eyes. Not the eyes. Look at that. That's horrible. There's no wonder I paid this so little for this Batman. It's defective. But if he had the bit more detail like the previous Batman, he would have gotten an easy 5. But it's still a great find. It's a great pickup. I would get him. If you don't have a Batman yet from the DC Direct Arkham games, this is the one you want to get. Or you can wait for Series 4 where we're getting another Batman. It's not a detective mode. It's not a battle damage. Nothing like that. It's actually going to be a more articulated Batman, so I'm really curious to see what we're going to see with that. But anyway, yeah, today I was looking at the Batman Arkham City Series 3 Batman by DC Direct. Very cool figure. 4 out of 5. Guys, remember, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you think. And until next time, Brock will catch you guys later. Peace out.